Who would hop on?
First for everything.
Hmm?
First for everything. You're sure you know it all?
I don't think I've ever opened up a live with just my phone. I don't know.
There's some people that
It's Easter Friday. A lot of people might be having dinner now.
That's true.
Do people have dinner on Good Friday?
I feel like people do things every day because they have so many different people to see, right?
I just have one dinner.
Yeah, that's what I think. Sunday.
Two dinner.
I'm sure I would have another one to say if I wasn't here.
Oh. Your comments. Good. Well, if anybody's watching this later, we're just on to say Happy Easter. Eric and I, for the past 4 hours, we've been preparing for this United Museum event in May, and we've been going to all the sites for this event, which is crazy that we're doing something like this. I never thought that, we would do 6 different buildings in one night for a fundraising event.
It'd be great.
Like traveling all over Mississippi Mills to different locations and investigating.
Well, I saw how easily it could be done because, like, tonight we went to every site and it's all like within 10 minutes of each other.
Well, that's why it's so perfect.
Yeah, absolutely great.
No, 100%. So happy Easter, everybody. Jocelyn, happy Easter. Joker Face, happy Easter. Huh. I don't know what you mean, Joker Face. Oh, Joker Jake, I'm sorry. The phone type is so small. I'm so sorry. I'll find out the things I need to know. Rant from another chat. Interesting. Joker Jake. Not sure what you mean there. Well, thank you, Jocelyn. Happy Easter to you as well. So we've been filming for the past 4 hours, getting all the exterior shots and drone shots for the fundraiser in May. We are here at the Mill Kintail. We kind of set up our equipment here, and we're going to investigate tonight for Good Friday. Just Eric and myself. It's been a long time since we had the opportunity to kind of experience this place, just the two of us. I'm looking forward to the gatehouse. Eric's looking forward to the mill.
Always.
We're not going to be too long here. We're not going live or anything. It's just kind of us, and we'll see what we can experience here because we find that things have been kind of ramping up at this location.
Every year it gets bigger.
Yeah, more interesting things happen, and we kind of want to try to catch it for ourselves. Hey, Don, happy Easter to you as well. Only 4 viewers, so people are busy with Good Friday.
Yeah.
But we're waiting for the sun to go down, so we're just kind of here to hang out. Little Mama, thank you so much. Happy Easter to you as well. So this is the gatehouse. For those who don't know, it was built in the 1830s for John Baird. He was an entrepreneur who came here from Scotland. This was his general store, and his employees stayed upstairs.
Very disliked man.
I think there's a disgruntled employee upstairs. That's my vibe. I've always felt that here, that there's somebody pissed off
Not
upstairs.
only us, but many guests have always said at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, top of the stairs. That's where the
And then
vibe
there's that
is.
corner closet where the REM, not the REM, but the K2 will go off, and we have no idea why. And
It's
it's
a
not
creepy-
every time.
It's a creepy closet.
Absolutely.
And who knows originally in 1830 if it was a closet.
Like what this place would have looked like.
It could have been like a little room or something.
I wonder if the stairs were there. You think?
Yeah, I would think that the stairs were there.
It would have looked very different. Such a beautiful house.
It is. And it doesn't look like what it used to be. That's for sure. AG, what's up? Happy Easter. We're just hanging out because we're bored, waiting for the sun to get down so it's dark in the gatehouse. And gee, you experienced something pretty crazy in here. And I was actually hoping that Eric would bring his pregnant wife because Reem was pregnant at the time you guys had that table levitate. So it might be that pregnancy energy. So for those who don't know, when G was here with his wife and his mother, they were sitting at the table just down this way in that little room you can kind of see by the stairs. And the entire table shifted about a good foot Well, they're in pitch darkness. They didn't see it happen. They just realized, hey, the table moved. And it's quite the creepy video. Hey, Crystal, happy Easter to you as well.
I have to say for Quintel, though, it's the light. Like the light issue there, like how we've been having, like it started off with that static live that you did. Nobody on land, nobody here,
With all the lights.
and you heard that clicking, click, and
Yeah.
the lights are. And ever since then, even people who come here as guests to our events will go upstairs and be like, "Oh, I want to see your artwork," and the lights will turn on. Like, how crazy is that?
We have it on video so many times.
And it gets, like I said, every year it happens more and more.
Mm. Well, we'll see if it happens tonight with us. I'd like to see it happen.
Yeah.
So G is saying that you need to get Reem and your wife together to do it. G, unfortunately, Eric's baby is due any time now. It could happen right now at this moment. He could get a call and leave me alone here and rush out. So I don't know if we'll have time to do that. But if you and Reem come down in May, you'll have the opportunity to try that again at the Gatehouse.
And a bunch of other buildings.
Reem does have some crazy energy. G.
Yeah.
And I have to say that she does bring something to the table. And I do remember, G, the first time
She sat in the car,
that she sat in the car when you guys came here.
and now you can't get her out of buildings.
Yeah,
Now she'll go everywhere.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's true, eh? Yeah, she sat in her car.
Yeah, she was too scared
Yeah.
to go. Little Mama says, congratulations, Eric.
Thank you, thank you. Very exciting.
That would make the entire group of us fathers.
Sure.
Well, you're the father. Baby so
I
far.
told Ariana you say it.
Well, yeah, it's a baby.
Right.
It's not a fetus, it's a baby. But there's a difference.
Yeah.
All right, you'll be coming for sure, G? All right, nice. It'll be a different type of event. This is like everybody's coming together, so we're gonna have everybody together to get ready for this. So,
Yeah.
then we'll
It's gonna be
split it.
almost like a lot of old school. Like our old school,
Yeah.
with a bit of our new school events. And it's like it's got a taste of some of our old stuff. If some of you diehard fans that were coming to our stuff years ago, this is very similar to some of our stuff, just on steroids.
Well, it's easier for me because I only have to present once.
That's
I
true.
only have to publicly speak
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
So it kind of frees me up to kind of enjoy the experiences that the investigators have coming to the site that I'll be facilitating.
But me, as always, I get to stand in the dark in the woods while you guys investigate and you look intel.
So, I mean, we haven't revealed all the locations for this museum fundraiser
Oh,
in
yeah.
May, and we're not going to until we launch it. But of course, because it's the Museums of Mississippi Mills, Quintel is going to be
Anybody-
one of the sites. And Eric and I will be facilitating this site, the Mill of Quintel. We have recruited 2 teams to help us out. Well, 3 teams, I should say.
Yeah.
So Astral Paranormal will be assisting us at one site, so you
Great
can look
team.
them up.
They had lights turned on here, I believe.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
when they came here to one of the publics, they experienced the lights coming on. Lost Souls Paranormal will be taking another one,
Yeah, they're awesome.
and then another group who does not have a name yet, but they should give
They
themselves a
definitely
name.
need to have a name.
They should.
Yeah.
They should definitely have a name.
Yeah.
So it's a big fundraiser. We've recruited a lot of help in this. So it's going to be a good time, I think. And I'm very envious because these sites, some have never been investigated. And we won't have an opportunity to investigate it.
No, it's
But
true.
you guys will. So
It's like when I remember we did one with like multiple sites, and one of the things I regretted was that one of the sites I didn't even get to walk into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, anyway, but to be honest, today, as Ellie was saying, we were doing drone footage and we were doing our B-roll and stuff, and we're standing outside of one of these mysterious buildings, and there's something knocking on the glass out, like inside the building to us. Like crazy, like something's already inviting us in.
on the tombstones.
What? It makes no sense.
Show up to the
Like,
site and
yeah.
then and the way to the basement is lined with tombstones.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, that's interesting.
And it's funny because this, of all the buildings of this event, is probably aesthetically, when you look at it, probably the less intimidating. But then you walk down to where, like, we went all the way around the building,
Yeah.
and then we went to the basement, and that's where you see the exit to the basement has a pathway that's aligned with Tombstone.
Mhm. But there's so much history there. It doesn't matter what it looks like, it's the history.
Well, that's the thing. It's usually
Buildings
just
change
shells,
over
right?
time.
It's a shell.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I don't know, that energy is still there for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Cheryl, happy Easter to you. I'm happy to see you comment that you'll be coming along. Carissa, happy Easter. Oh, for sure, Carissa. I mean, this is something we're not going to do again. This is just a favor that we're doing. A
Once-
fundraiser, it's a lot of work. It's a
Yeah.
big thing. A
Yeah.
lot of people involved in this. So, I mean, maybe it might happen again. I mean,
But it
we'll
wouldn't
just
be
see.
that it might be, but I mean, if I don't know if it would be to this extent, or even like we'll do other fundraisers that will be like this, but it won't be this one. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you want to do this one after it's advertised of where we're doing it and what we're doing, you definitely have to jump on it because we don't know if we'll be able to do them all yet.
We'll see how well it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see if it works first of all, because this is like, I hope people follow the itineraries. Because if they don't, things will get all messed up.
We always work it out. Like we always make our events always go off really, really well, and we're going to make sure that everything is very professionally done as always.
Mm-hmm.
GPS everybody with those tags that are in the Apple
And
tags.
actually, we create an app just for that, so we can track everybody.
Oh,
see
you're
where
going the
everybody
wrong
is.
way. Wrong. But I will say, like, out of all the sites I visited, 'cause today was my first time seeing all the sites.
Yeah.
Out of seeing them, I can see us doing the events we do at each of those sites.
Yeah.
Like nighttime events, how we do it. Like I could see us doing that.
But do we have the time? We got so many partners and so many places that we do the events. It's hard to fit in these sites.
You always make it happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got a baby now, so we'll see how things go.
We have to always add a couple of sites every year.
Karen, happy Easter. Thank you so much. You'll be coming along too. Yeah, I saw there was a lot of engagement. Hey, Phil, happy Easter to you. Joker, I need to know if Billy got the memo. How is that for paranormal? Billy got the memo. You'll have to elaborate on that, Joker. I don't know.
You know, him saying Billy though is funny because it's like there's always a Billy. at
It's
places.
Cornwall Jail's Billy.
Billy. And then
Cornwall's
there
where
was
you-
Hay Bay Church with Billy.
Was it? Phil's on here. Phil, was there a Billy at Hay Bay
I'm
Church?
pretty sure that night it was all about Billy.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was so long ago we did that with Phil.
That was a great event though. That's also a fundraiser event that we did.
Yeah.
That's where we really got introduced to the dowsing rod.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, what, 2018? Was it 18 or 19, Phil? You'll have to tell me. Phil says, yep, there was a Billy there. And, oh, yeah, they did the crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil saying they did the crossover at the end of the night. But Phil, I thought you mentioned that Billy was still around, though. After the crossover. It's getting darker, guys. We'll be ending this maybe in like 5-10 minutes.
No, I'm excited.
We'll start the investigation. This is not a live investigation. It's a lot of work to set up those lives. We're just going to be here for a couple hours. Just as we're here doing all the filming and get some investigating in, see if we can experience some of the things that the public investigators experienced last year.
And like we say at all of our events, during our setup is where stuff happens. Let's see what happens when we're not just setting up.
And not a big setup. Just go around with IR cameras. We have a few pieces of equipment. And
The thing is that this site, I always feel welcome. I know you have an issue with the gatehouse. The gatehouse
Yeah.
does nothing for me. The gatehouse to me, I feel like it's home to me. The
Really?
Kintel, like every part of Kintel is home to me. I can run in the woods in the dark. I can like
you were pretty freaked out last year. You were telling me, what was it that you and Corey experienced in the woods? You guys literally
my
thought there
God,
was like
the
a
woods.
monster.
Yeah, but I spend 8 hours, like while you guys are investigating and you go in for your hour in Kintel, like I'm standing outside in the dark with no light because I don't want to disrupt you guys. And all you hear is the creepiest things. Like that's last year's where I heard the drumming for the first time.
Mm.
That's what
Just
trips me out.
trying.
But I will be honest, like even though I love these buildings, I guarantee every time Can something's gonna happen. The REM pod goes off for me. It's like I'll come in to like get things ready for like the next group, and it just messes with me. Like I think this is the site where you'll hear me the most in between groups saying, "All right, guys, don't mess with me," and then I come in and like make sure everything's good, and then go back out. But it's like I don't know.
But what was that creature you guys were experiencing? Like you just heard footsteps?
Things were walking towards us. We had like noises. There was all sorts of crazy stuff happening. And we couldn't like go close, and we go closer and closer. Like that was a good night actually. Me and Corey had a good night then. Like just being outside, like as crazy as it was, like when me and Corey are together, it's like we feed off of each other. So it's like when I start tripping out, he starts tripping out.
So hopefully it comes along with Penhurst.
Yeah. Like you're the like you bring like when I start tripping out, you're just like, okay.
Okay. Well, I'm not as reactive as you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
You know, I'm more just like, you know, kind of the way I am. Hey, Jane, happy Easter to you. Bill says Billy comes and goes. Yeah, Phil, when you were here, you were in the cabin out in the woods when it said Minister of the Ovilus, I think.
That cabin where you saw your first apparition.
Yeah. Well, no, Ninette was.
Did you see an apparition in Ninette though? I thought it was like something was knocking on the glass, and then you heard the women laughing. You went into the room; they weren't there. You followed them to another floor; they were laughing. They weren't there.
Yeah, that happened after that.
Okay.
So when the women were in the peeling room feeling sick, they didn't want me to leave, but I had to go and check because we had groups on every floor.
Oh yeah, you had to pretend nothing happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I went into the DVR room so I could watch them on camera to make sure they were okay. And then all I'm hearing is, and all weekend people were telling us there's something tapping on the window.
Yeah, I remember.
So I turn over and look, and there's this skinny, sickly guy in the window, like in the room, looking out the window, but looking at me through the reflection of the
Jesus.
window, tapping on the window. And I'm just like, is this my mind's eye? Am I exhausted? Because we were exhausted.
Oh,
we were running those things.
That's the
That
end.
was the last night, the last group.
7 days of Ninette, 28-hour drive. Like, geez.
And I just stood up looking at it, backing out of the room, turning on my dinky dollar store flashlight, then heading downstairs to check on the groups because I'm like, okay, something's up.
And then the laughing happened.
When I came back up to check on the girls, I couldn't find them. And I went all over the place hearing them opening up all these doors. So my flashlight died, went downstairs. They were in the presentation room eating. And who was I hearing? And then they told me that I called them down there.
Jeez.
And then I listened to their audio, and there's a man's voice that sounds like me calling them down.
And how would they know? They'd known us for one night. Like they would.
Yeah, but I was with other groups. I wasn't even close to them. So I don't know. That was the biggest mindfuck I ever had in an investigation.
That place will forever die with me. Like I love that place. It has a place in my heart always more because of the person that once owned it. But like for me, that place, the nurses' quarters, I was fine. The military quarter, I was fine. It was that fucking Andrew. Remember that building? The Andrew.
Oh, the one where they said there was this bad spirit who levitated somebody.
Oh man. And I remember going up to the top, and you couldn't walk all the way at the top. You had to just stand at the stairs, and there was things talking to us, like, and the door closing. That's when the people thought I had closed the door, and I'm like, you see on camera, I'm like 100 feet away. I'm running away with them, and the door closes. Like,
there's still so much public footage I haven't even gone to.
Anyways, yeah, but one thing I'll always say is like we set up our DVR at Ninette and had it running 24 hours a day for 5 days.
Yeah, but then eventually got run over.
But can you imagine what we didn't see on that?
It was time to watch all that. My goodness.
I bet you we have some fans that would watch it. There was a guy from that event we were going to send it to. What was his name? Keegan. Keegan, he had came out and he wanted to start reviewing our stuff.
Oh, he was cool. That family was really cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
And was he deaf or blind?
I think he was mute.
I don't think
it was something.
No, I think he couldn't hear.
Yeah.
It was fine. Yeah.
I just remember they were a great group. It was him and there was a few other people, and I think they came out the second year too.
No, I think they just came the 1 year.
Remember the girls? The girls were funny. The three
They
girls.
came every
One
time.
of them owned like a Subway or
Yeah.
something, and they like
They still follow us. I see them from time to
they're
time.
the ones that we talk about that had a friend that came with them the second time, watched the video. We went out for our break, and she said, "Fuck this."
Oh yeah, she left. She drove home. Came half an hour. I think from Brandon or something. Came to Manitoba and watched the video and said, "Nope,
No,
not doing
okay.
this." But every site we've had people leave because they didn't want to do it after they saw the
We
video.
had diehards that come to our other sites and then come to Arignal and can't even walk in.
Yeah. But why L'Oreal? Well, Cornwall, we've had the same thing. People come in and they say they can't do it because they feel sick. Hello, Patricia. Happy Easter to you as well. Joker Jake, you got another comment for us. Very cool, incredible frequency beyond vibe check. Now, is that related to the Billy comment? Maybe I missed something.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Too vague for me.
I like mysteries and
Well, you have like Joker Jake.
I do like Joker Jake. He's come on quite a few times for
Has he? Yeah, I've just never noticed it before.
Yeah. Because you're usually up doing things while
Exactly.
I monitor all the live stuff.
I'm freezing in the cold. Right.
Yeah.
I want the events to start though. I told you a couple weeks ago. Like,
You're having a baby. We can't schedule anything. We need to know how that goes. It's not hard to pop them up. We have the fundraiser set. We have our first SGG set for the anniversary of Balcombe. So the next time we're back at the Cornwall Jail, the historic SDG jail, it's going to be on the anniversary of Peter Balcombe,
one of
which
my
is
favorite people.
May 25th weekend. And we call him the Smiling Man. Awful crime he committed.
Yeah, when I say favorite people, I mean it's just he intrigues me. There was something about him because at first when I would see his pictures on the walls, I didn't know that was Balcombe. I thought it was like a military man shaking another person's hand, but then I realized he's handcuffed in military attire because he was a military man.
Hmm.
Yeah. Peter Balcombe, but in every single picture you see of Peter Balcombe, whether he's being brought into jail, being escorted somewhere, he's always smiling.
So creepy.
Yeah, always smiling.
And he's one of the top guys we get interaction from. It's him and Henry. Peter and Henry are like the top dogs of that group.
I feel like Josh unleashed Balcombe for us.
Ooh, that comment, you think?
No, that night, just that experience
well,
that night. I don't know if it's the comment, but I feel like because we had never spent that much time in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Because we always avoid that room for some reason, right? And lately, you and I have had crazy stuff in that room. And Josh, we were focusing on Balcombe, and he said some of those things. We were getting stuff, and ever since, I feel Balcombe is like huge for us there. I think he like opened.
Well, then also when I pissed him off, remember our last investigation, man? He was messing with the thing.
Oh yeah.
With the REM pod there. I was kind of calling him out.
That's where we got that weird sound there, where you're like, "Well, that's just a car going by." And I'm like, "Really?" Like.
No, that was the time after. That's when we were there for Seguin's anniversary.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of being mean, like not mean, but just kind of calling him out on his crimes.
Well, he did something horrible. Just talking about what he did is like insulting.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about. I think Josh is watching. I don't know. Is that Charlie or Josh? It says woot. I don't think.
Woot.
I don't. Is it? Would Josh say woot? Is that a Josh thing? I don't know. I think Charlie has a YouTube channel too.
Charlie Troller?
Yeah. Patricia Brown, I still have to make it to the jail. It always sounds so scary. It is, but it's never as bad as you think once you get in.
I find Arignal,
it's Josh.
In regards to like, I don't know, I find like there's like you sense the presence at Arignal.
Mm-hmm.
Like Arignal jail is a smaller jail.
It's a different creep. It's totally different. The energy is totally different at both jails.
And with us, it's weird, eh? Because we spend countless hours in these places, right? Like when we have thousands of you guys coming out to these places every year, every night we're spending 8 hours minimum in that place, and that's not including like the time we're setting up and all that stuff, right? It's like
This is like I brought up at the meeting for this fundraiser thing. Like once you spend this much time at a site, you become part of that energy.
Absolutely.
And when you become part of that energy, I think you experience more,
I agree.
right? Because we spent years at some of these sites,
Yeah.
Countless hours,
Like I mean, that is like our
hosting.
baby.
And it's, it's just you just become part of it in a way. I guess your energy just kind of belongs there after a while,
Quintel is the place I feel the most.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Like if I passed, and God forbid,
you come visit.
I think I would want to. This is like I'd be coming here with Kate and Naismith. And
If one of us died at a site during an event, you think people
That's
would
more
come back to
than-
the events to visit with us? You think
are
we
you
would
saying
become
that
part
you
of the
would
lure?
use one of our deaths to publicize?
You would use mine for sure. I know you would. If I had a heart attack at
It's like
Stonewall Jail,
yeah.
I think I would become one of the ghosts of the jail. Even though I don't think I would be there.
The man in black, known as Elliot.
The giant figure.
Big boss man. That's awesome.
All right, 8 of you guys watching, thank you for joining us for this Easter chat. So remember, April 10th, I think we're going to launch the details, all the information about this fundraiser for the museums. It's May Museum Month, so they're collaborating together to, I guess, show unity amongst the organizations. They asked us if we could do something for them, so we're doing this for them. There's going to be 6 buildings, and the majority of them outside of Quintel have never been investigated before, except for one. I think that there was a team there. I'm not too sure, but
No.
I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. But for the majority of them, they haven't been investigated. So you guys will be the first ones in, even before us.
Before us, that's what we were saying.
Well, we'll have a brief visit.
But not
So
you,
our
but not
facilitator-
me. Like not
Yeah,
me,
you won't be.
not Corey,
No, yeah.
not Josh. Like we won't get to experience these places. Like we'll be hearing from the guests. That's what I'm excited for, is to hear them coming to Quintel to tell me about what it's the experience of these other sites.
And then if they experience a lot, then we'll have to go and do a
Absolutely.
full investigation if we can find the time to do it, because we have a lot of stuff lined up. All right. So,
All right, wish us luck, guys.
yeah, the sun's pretty much down now. So,
Oh, Cheryl, it's been so long.
yeah, I mentioned that before. Should not.
Oh man, I miss Cheryl.
Yeah, I know. Where's Patrick?
Yeah, seriously. Like he must be so big now. Like
I don't know. Cheryl, has Patrick put on weight? Has he filled out?
I bet you he's like probably has a beard and stuff.
I can picture Patrick with a beard.
I don't know, what is he now? Late 20s?
I remember Patrick took a cool picture of the Sir John Johnson Manor House, and I asked him to send it to me, and he never sent it to me, and I still want to see that.
Oh, one of my greatest experiences with Patrick was at the Trinity, and
Yeah.
he was downstairs in the basement, the morgue area, and his friggin' millimeter was going off, like it went higher than I've ever seen it.
Didn't it go to like 5,000?
Oh my god, it was crazy. It was awesome.
And then
I
it
talk
shut
about
down.
it all the time. All the time.
Yeah, but then I had him after, because I was at Donovan's, and he was shook. His like, I think elbow or something was like super
I
cold,
remember that.
and he wasn't even participating in the investigation. He was just so shocked with what he was experiencing with the cold arm or
He
cold
had,
shoulder
like-
or something.
Like it was a great experience. I still remember it to this day.
Oh, Cheryl says he still talks about it. Yeah, that was
That was cool.
I think I was kind of worried about Patrick when I saw him at Donovan's after, and he was like all shooken up.
That
like
was to me the highlight of that event.
and that was the Mark Jade one. That was the one we had Mark Jade, I think.
That was the Ghana Huntway.
No, that was the paranormal inquiry. With
Oh,
Mark Jade.
yeah,
The year
you're right,
before,
yeah.
the jail helped with.
Yeah.
And I was at Donovan's jail, was at the Bullock House. You were at Trinity House. And was it just the 3? Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just the 3.
Yeah.
And then next year we had the City Hall, and we had the Pro.
Oh, the Pro. That was my first good stuff.
The Pro was crazy.
That was my
The
first.
Pro was crazy. We were so lucky to have the opportunity when they were shut down to get that place.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like now it's a running restaurant, and I remember when we had the live when we were talking about Cannon Aquay stuff, and the guy was working as a dishwasher. He's like, "Hey, I'm there now," because he was working downstairs in the restaurant. Well, that's cool. But yeah, guys, we are going to have a spring season. We're just trying to figure things out right now because of the new addition to the POY team coming along any day now. So we're just kind of waiting that out, but things will pop up. And we'll probably, rather than end early June, we'll probably go till the end of June maybe.
Yeah, makes sense.
Before it gets too hot in July, and take a break until the fall. But you know, we do have stuff in the works. It's just we just kind of waiting to see how things play out here. Patricia Brown says it was nuts, and so was City Hall. There's still a lot I still have to review from that stuff.
See, City Hall is one I didn't get to go into.
No, like
I never even.
that's one example of where, you know, we just don't have time to fit in these private
Like
investigations.
a lot of places, these people get to go into those places, and we don't even get to.
So that's why we do this.
Yeah.
That's why we do this.
Yeah. For your experience, we feed off of it, guys.
Yeah. Well, I love to hear what people experience,
Elliot's always looking for new ways, and
I think the great way for the fundraisers that we'll have more time to mingle. We'll have more time to,
agreed.
you know, hear about these experiences, because I haven't decided whether people will drop off their equipment at the sites and then they can go home from there, or maybe make it an option. If you want to come back to the gatehouse and drop it off, you can come back and tell us about your night.
And if not, you just drop it off to the last police rep.
Yeah, to whoever's there.
Yeah.
And then they can bring it back.
We'll figure it out.
So we can kind of make it optional.
Yep.
But yeah, we are aiming for April 10th to launch that, give or take a day, but definitely we'll have all of the sites revealed. You'll see where we'll be going that night. And you'll be helping out multiple museums for Museums Month in May. So-
news.
It's cool. I mean, to have like all these sites along the same river is very interesting. And you know what they say about hauntings in water and running water, and of course with limestone, which most of those buildings are limestone.
That one building, though.
The first
The
one,
first one,
oh my God,
that's insane.
that's one I think where we have to. It's never been investigated, and it's so much history.
And it's like you look like it looks like you feel like you're in a different country because no other building looks like that building.
It's very European.
You got it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
very European, and it's not a mill. It's you'll see on April 10th.
Yeah.
We'll release it. Has a lot of history. Patricia says we would love to go back to GAN to investigate.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah, we just got carried away and got busy with
Yeah.
more stuff in Eastern Ontario, and a lot of the places we worked with bands are running, and GAN are running businesses, and
Yeah.
it's just hard
So hands change, things
to
change.
you know to work on that.
Yeah.
And you know, we kind of, and you know, the GAN and Ottawa stuff was before we really had a lot of the sites that we're working with now, and it's just hard to fit in something like that, especially in the fall season.
Your dream building is again.
Yeah, but nobody will ever access that place. Talk to the owner once a year. How are you doing? You want 1,000 this year? How about 2,000? I'll go up to 5.
Don't say that.
No, it's a home, and you know, the guy really doesn't want that type of stigma attached to it, but it already has the stigma. The whole
Absolutely.
town knows about it. Yeah.
But no, we'll end up back in GAN.
Yeah, one day we'll figure something out for Gananock. Maybe winter, because we did it in December.
Find some heated spots.
Yeah, well, we did in December.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we'll
Well-
have a winter season this year.
well, and then I know we have friends with the Thousand Islands Tourism and RTO9, and so we can definitely work on some stuff. And I know they want us out there.
Anybody who wants a winter season, message Elliot. Winter season.
Winter seasons. I mean, winter is a good time for events because it's dark at
I've
6
always said
o'clock.
it. I've always said it.
You know, it's cold, but then again, it's like,
Cold only sucks for us because we're the
Well,
ones outside.
we do Valentine's Day at the jail.
It does well.
Yeah, we do Valentine's Day at the jail.
I think Friday and Saturday nights in the winter would be something nice to do, you know?
After a break for the holidays, so maybe stop first weekend in November when we usually stop, and then start
Kick
up
up
again
again.
maybe. But January is a bad month for everybody. Everybody's broke.
You do 2 weeks in
Everybody's
December,
depressed.
you do 2 last weeks of January.
Yeah, well,
You don't
it's-
mess with the 4 weeks of the holidays.
but then March is like our thing when we pick a spot in the States. And
Just say winter events. Message Elliot.
yeah, our state, our addiction to asylums this year is something. You know, Transylvania was very interesting. We're we're finding a lot of stuff there. I mean, there's a lot
I
of
have
stuff
to
we're
say,
finding,
Benny,
like
if
more
you-
than other sites. Just all the other places we've been to, you know, like the Conjuring House, Philiska,
Yeah,
Rolling
agreed.
Hills, the Chicago
Agreed.
Plaza,
100%.
you know, Hinsdale. What was that other little sanatorium? What was that one called?
There was, we've been to the Shamley, we've been to Wildwood.
We're always disappointed at these sites in America, but then, you know, we're like, hey, let's step it up. Let's just go to the place where the most deaths happen. And yeah, I mean, it was nothing crazy in the
You
moment.
thought
and
Talent
this is-
was one thing, and now you've been researching Penhurst, and it's like,
Oh,
keeping
Penhurst
you
is
up at night.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that place is awful.
We're gonna kill that place. That's
And then
awesome.
being a parent, it's really hard researching that place. I have dug up hundreds upon hundreds of documented children deaths, got their names, got everything, and it just keeps building. It doesn't stop.
And
It's
we're going
like,
with some really cool people. Some good energy is going to be brought with us. We're going to have a good time. Man. It's going to be a really good one. I'm hoping I make it. We'll
Yeah.
see. It really depends on what happens with.
you just have to go to her belly and say, "Come on, come on, little one, just come out
I
soon."
have to go to Penhurst.
Yeah,
I
just
have to
come
go to
out
Penhurst.
soon. Just come out soon. I don't know if any other teams in the area has been there yet. Penhurst.
Well,
Anyways, Cheryl says Missouri State Penitentiary is active.
is it?
As
Yeah.
far Missouri,
Whatever, 28 hours?
is it?
I don't know. We've done 28
No,
hours.
it's probably like, I don't know, 18 hours maybe.
So that's
I
not
don't
bad.
know.
We can make that happen.
Hey Ted, how you doing? Happy
Ted.
Easter.
Nice.
Ted, I know you love Gananoque too. Ton of activity. Bill says a New Year's event.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
No, let's do it.
I don't know if I could be away from my family on New Year's. That'd be tough. Already hard enough convincing.
Everyone bring your babies. New Year's event.
Yeah, a family investigation New Year's event. We'll have to find a nice haunting for that for sure.
An old daycare.
Something, yeah. No, ooh, that's awful. I know. I wouldn't want to bring my toddler to like. I wouldn't want her to want to.
But I'm sure people do when they do like the normal tour.
Yeah, but not us.
But remember, we've had people show up with their little kids.
Yeah, but I also remember people telling us when they come on tour with their little kids, they cry and freak out and walk away. Like,
And that's how we found out about the woman in black.
so I mean, if Henry and Peter are real, I pissed them off over year after year after year, and they see me, my little vulnerable daughter. Yeah, I don't want her to experience that. I won't take that risk. I don't know if they're there or not, but I mean, if they are and they see my vulnerable daughter, I wouldn't want that. When she's
Well, like,
18
for
and she
example-
joins the
For
crew,
example,
then
is that just the jail though? Because like for me and my wife, when we have our baby, we want to do gothic pictures in the middle of Kentucky with our baby. There's,
so no,
there's
okay,
spirits there.
this is positive spirits. Ethel, Robert, Tate,
Not fair.
happy people. Yeah, but you know they're coming to the gatehouse.
Why not? What if Stephanie's here? I want to say hi.
No.
See the baby.
Yeah,
But you know what I mean?
I-
It's like
but then
people-
that's a pioneering spirit. Bear did not murder people. He didn't kill people. He was a bad boss. He
not?
was a bad
not
businessman.
even.
I don't know. Maybe he killed someone. I don't know. Maybe we'll just ask him tonight.
That's it.
That's it. Anyways, we
Let's
tried
end
to
on
say bye a while ago, so we should probably end this.
Good night, guys.
We just keep talking because there's so much to talk about, I guess. So
It's dark.
thank you to the 10 people watching for tuning in. We're going to be investigating. I will put this video out on YouTube. Once I'm done translating, I'll edit this so you guys can see what we experienced here for our brief investigation tonight. Be a short little video, but we
And
just said,
Penhurst
hey,
will come
we're
quick.
here. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I don't know. I'm into the 1970s and research, and I want to stop. Like, I don't want to read any more of this stuff.
I don't know. I go into those places blind, unlike you.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to collect the names in case we get
I know you
something,
do.
and I can go back and see
Yeah.
if we got that name.
But you always go over the history and you tell me what's important.
When
It's
we're
like
there.
Josh says, I'd rather hear you say to me with your words than read it.
then read my 100-page document I send you guys that
Exactly.
nobody
Our homework.
reads.
Our homework that you said.
Yeah, I always send these guys like a huge like document of research, and then nobody ever reads it. They just wait for me to talk about it.
And then we do sites so much that I end up learning it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
We're going to say goodbye.
Good night, everyone. Happy Easter. Have a great weekend.